Hearts of Iron 4 in the name of the Tsar. Understandably so, a lot of people confuse this mod with Dreams of a White Russian Victory, but they are very different mods. Dreams of a White Russian Victory is an alternate history where Russia lost World War I, but then White Russia went on to win the Russian Civil War against the Bolsheviks, as opposed to In the Name of the Tsar, which is an alternate history where the Russian Empire won World War I alongside France and Britain, and never had to surrender to Germany. They were able to overrun Austria-Hungary, and then Germany sued for peace. And most important, Huey Long survived. Moi. Germany is now weak and divided, Austria-Hungary is no more, Turkey doesn't even control Istanbul, and lastly, the Qing Empire isn't in Manchuria. With Russia so powerful, it seems like no one could possibly oppose them, but there is one sort of a chosen one who could maybe. So as France, we start off in a relatively similar situation to vanilla, except we don't have a powerful enemy on our border. We just have this loose conglomerate of non-threatening nations. So we're in a surprisingly stable position. We have bad national spirits, but nothing as bad as the national spirits we have in vanilla. Also, instead of Italy being at war with Ethiopia at the start of the game, Italy is actually democratic, so our situation as France is even more stable, though we are at war with the Syrian revolt, so maybe there's some instability thrown in there. There's also this Fate of Alsace decision, but I believe this is for countries that aren't France, to decide what happens to Alsace if they get it themselves, so I'm going to hide that for now. We also currently have a good relationship with the Tsar, and we did invade the Rhineland, though we retreated from there. I believe that's why the Rhineland is their own nation, like in Führreich. Maybe one day I'll have to make another Rhineland video. And as for Syria, it looks like we just need to hold on until our reinforcements arrive. Syria does have a unique portrait, but it does not have a focus tree. Otherwise, I would maybe be playing as Syria right now. That would be fun. And Britain also has a new focus tree too, but kind of like our focus tree, it's pretty similar to the vanilla one in a way. And this war should be fast. It won't take too long to encircle their divisions, and then we should be able to capitulate them. Doesn't seem like any complicated mechanics are at play that force us to complete this within a certain amount of time, but we should finish this fast regardless. It looks like Spain starts off with a different leader, but I'm going to assume that there's still going to be a Spanish civil war. That's kind of a staple of all Hoi4 mods, but we'll see what happens. Oh, and a Young Turk Rebellion event fired that gave Turkey Istanbul. That's cool and makes sense. It's kind of surprising that it didn't happen until 36, but it's very unrealistic for Russia to hold that city, even though they historically did want it. We've now unlocked government policy decisions. We have the devalue the franc focus from vanilla, but implemented as a decision instead of a focus, and the revolt has been crushed. It might be a smart idea to get a Kurdish puppet in case we want to invade Turkey. Yeah, that might be a good idea, though it's going to make the borders look kind of terrible. I guess maybe we'll just release them later. Also, you may have noticed the weird generals. I add some of my top patrons as generals in one of my videos every month. It's not something from the mod, don't worry. And as per the usual, as France and Hearts of Iron 4, we've changed our country leader, and we'll probably be changing our country leader multiple times in the future. And workers went on strikes. That's fun. So yeah, our economy is shut down for a while, but oh well, not much we can do besides go the communist path. Even then, I don't know if that would get rid of the strikes. Oh, and the answer is yes, there is a Spanish civil war. And it's our old friend, he returns for the civil war. And it looks pretty normal, though Spain does have a unique focus tree for it. And we're doing a lot of focuses here to decrease Marxist influence, because we need to get it below moderate so that when we do this focus here, a civil war doesn't erupt. And we're finishing this decision and this focus at the perfect time because popularity is almost high enough for us to do that focus, so we will go ahead with that soon. Also, I just noticed that the Rhineland is called the Confederation of the Rhine, so perfect name for some Napoleonic ambitions, though they're not really a puppet, so we might have to just invade them and puppet them at some point. But still, perfect name. We'll just give all of Germany to them. Oh, and the communists in Germany aren't doing so well. A familiar face from a long old playthrough. is making an appearance. No focus tree, but he is joining this Germany faction of all the Germanys except our Germany. Oh, and Prussia just annexes them. I have a feeling that a resurgent Germany is going to be a thing very soon. Yeah, this is kind of scary. At least the cool hat guy leads them. It's a very nice portrait for him too. Okay, we have another new leader, and we're not able to actually get Marxist influence below moderate. We ran out of decisions, so I don't know if that means the Civil War is going to happen or if it technically was low enough for us to not get it. I'm not exactly sure, but I am kind of scared. Hopefully the Civil War isn't too bad if it still happens. Okay, the Civil War started and all of our field marshals defected to them. Let's hope that they aren't too powerful. We'll try to end this as fast as possible, though I'm not sure how easy it will be. Okay, we're already encircling them quite a bit, so I have a feeling that we can end this fast if we can just keep moving before their divisions that are taking Marseille move north. And good, that wasn't too bad at all. So I don't know what our next focus should be. Maybe attacking the North German Confederation. I guess, yeah, we make the new continental system faction, and then we can move into the Benelux. That should probably be our first move. And then we get to attack Spain and Italy. We even get war goals against all three Spains, so we effectively join the Spanish Civil War, do a classic Napoleon move, and make a Spanish ally. Though technically, the alliance was only good when it was actually an alliance, and when Napoleon did that, it was a very bad idea. But we will learn from Napoleon's mistakes and subjugate Spain the right way this time. So yeah, it looks like Imperial Russia is surviving. There's no revolution or anything going on there. The UK just has normal Neville Chamberlain and is democratic. The US maybe is doing interesting things. They're currently led by socialists, but the socialists are very unpopular. Okay, and we're beginning our operation. We're moving into the Benelux first. This should be easy. The war against Italy will be very difficult. Italy, I think, has 3 times the number of divisions as us. I guess without Mussolini, Italy's military is very top rate, and sadly we don't get the Dutch East Indies. They just live on as the Dutch East Indies. I'm sure Japan will attack them later at some point. And an event just fired called the Return of the King, where Alfonso returns to try to save Spain. He'd be a good puppet leader though. We should just put him back in charge once we finish making our alliance. Unfortunately too, Italy joined the Allies, so now we would have to capitulate the United Kingdom if we want to take Italy, which I guess I could try. It's not too difficult in vanilla to capitulate the UK's France early in the game because Britain will put a ton of divisions along all of the colonial borders. What I'll want to do though is just send a few divisions over to the British Raj just to make sure that, wait, never mind. Actually, my one state in the British Raj magically went back to the British Raj. I don't know how. Wait, in Bavarian exiles? We have to help the communists fleeing Germany. It's our duty as the French Empire. The German Empire also had an election and the nationalists won. I don't know, this is kind of interesting. I guess I also didn't mention that Austria-Hungary reformed. It's pretty small, but it technically is Austria-Hungary. And there he is, US Civil War. I don't think he'll win. He has a decent amount of divisions, but still, this is going to be difficult for Huey. Okay, this is looking good initially. We landed in Dover, and it doesn't look like there are many divisions in Britain, but you have to remember they have double the divisions that we have in total. Okay, and the UK should capitulate soon. Italy is going to be kind of difficult to capitulate, but they don't really have many divisions on our border. They maybe are distracted with Africa, like the UK. I don't know. Either way, I think it's reasonably possible that we can win this within a decent amount of time. Yep, there goes the UK. We'll garrison the ports a little bit just to ensure that they can't re-invade the Isles and uncapitulate themselves, but we'll try to send as many divisions as we can to Italy. Germany just annexed Austria, and now Austria-Hungary is gone. I guess it was nice that it existed for a second longer. We're now having a hard time advancing in Italy because the UK has a lot of divisions here now, and we're low on guns. And Canada and India are both majors now, so we're not going to win this war for a very long time. Oh, and Austria-Hungary's back now, but it's just Austria. And I would love to defend the Rhineland, but that's not going to happen. We're withdrawing. Hopefully this other thing will resolve soon, and then we can go back into Germany and save our confederation. Oh, never mind. Germany is just justifying on us anyways, and Russia, the country that we were trying to do all of this to defeat, is the one sending us volunteers. Oh, how the tables have turned. They would join our faction. So wait, let me delete my faction, and now I can join their faction. Okay, maybe this isn't over. Yeah, okay, Russia's actually losing to Germany. But they're sending a lot of divisions over from Siberia, so maybe that's a good sign. Yeah, I didn't really plan on this happening. Russia is doing kind of terrible, but without them, we wouldn't have been able to break into Germany like this. You know, I guess this is just the thing where Napoleon and the Tsar kissed. We're just becoming very friendly right now. I can't wait for Napoleon VII and Mikhail II to kiss and have a new portrait, just like old times. And this is funny. They've taken the Russian capital of St. Petersburg, and we took the German capital of Berlin. Germany should capitulate soon, though, and then I assume this entire front will fall apart. I guess we'll just take the Rhineland. Or I guess, yeah, we need to make our Confederation of the Rhine puppet state. So now the situation looks a lot more manageable. I don't know if I even said this, but the Russians did declare war on Japan, too. They declared on them, not Japan invading while Russia was at war with Germany and losing. They were losing to Germany and declared on Japan. Yeah, I don't know. That wasn't a good idea. We now have all of our German puppet states. It's all perfect. Russia just annexed Prussia. And now we should be able to open up a new front from Austria-Hungary and finally capitulate Italy. Okay, there's some sort of bug. The German state has reappeared. England wants to take control of the Congo. I think they already control the Congo, and we're at war with them. The Congo stays to Belgium. Yeah, I don't know. Belgium doesn't even own the Congo right now. I annexed Belgium. Wait, this is a miracle. The United States joined our faction. Also, I can't forget about Uruguay. I have to give my guy Gabriel a shout out too. And the US will now capitulate Canada, and we'll just have to worry about India. And then that's the last major. And we finally did it. We broke Italy, though they took over Constantinople. That doesn't really matter though. They don't have victory points there. And British Malaya? Okay, I guess maybe this is going to become more complicated as every single person in the Allies becomes a major. France rejected our demand of giving up their colony freely. We should hold our promise and declare war. France declares war on France. Also, with Italy dealt with, it's time that we call Spain into the war and take Portugal and Gibraltar. See, we are very friendly with Spain. We're giving Spain all of Portugal and Gibraltar back. Anyways, I guess now we can restore Austria-Hungary. We will join the war against Japan because Hungary is in Japan's faction, and then we can declare on Czechoslovakia. And we can't do war propaganda against anyone we're at war with, but we can do war propaganda against the US and Uruguay. I really do love Hearts of Iron 4. And we'll do the Fate of Tyrol. I'm guessing we can give it to Austria-Hungary too. Yeah, there. It's our only option. Also, we started off owning Alsace-Lorraine, but for some reason we lost our core on it. At least I didn't build much industry there. Also, Bavaria formed Germany. They really want to be Germany. Okay, and since it's probably going to take a while to capitulate India, I landed in Casablanca so that we could take the straits to move our navy back into the Mediterranean to facilitate taking the rest of North Africa, and then maybe we can go into like Iraq, Iran, Afghanistan, British Raj. I guess we could invade them directly from Russia, but Russia has been weird about joining our wars. Interestingly enough though, for What If Russia Won World War I mod, this has become quite the accurate Napoleonic Wars scenario, if you forget about Britain. Now, since we're technically Britain, we're going to invade Ireland, mainly just preemptively, because if they join the Allies and then England launches a naval invasion into Britain from Ireland, that would be annoying. We've also taken the Suez, so the Mediterranean is locked up. Yeah, a lot of these divisions are really weak, especially the UK ones. The UK has had 0 military factories since we started occupying Britain, but they've had a ton of divisions. I guess they don't really have a ton of divisions anymore, but if you have that many divisions and you don't have any military factories, every single supply you lose is gone permanently. I think we're going to have to give up on taking this last province in the British Isles. 4 good Australian divisions are sitting on it, so I think it's going to be safe for a long time. I don't know why they're defending it, but I guess it's their last way back into Britain. And I also got an event where my puppet, the Ottoman Empire, occupied Syria. I guess I don't really have much control over this puppet state. They're very rebellious. I think Russia got the event again where they gave away Constantinople. The United States has pretty much done nothing though. They joined, they took out Canada, and then they lost Hawaii. I guess all their divisions are just garrisoning the US in case something happens. Yeah, they have to be super prepared. There'll be no high castle. No one will invade Florida. Anyways, this is the end for now. Fun mod. This isn't part of my dead mod series because it isn't a dead mod, but this is in an old version of Hoi4 just because it isn't updated to the newest update. Let me know what other mods you'd like to see me play, and I guess I'll see you all next time.